Hi guys, 3 questions on last night's homework, pyramids and cones. The first one was number 2, to find the volume of this pyramid. So volume is equal to 1/3 big BH. Again, big B is the area of your base. So I got to figure out what my area of the base is, and then I know my height is how tall my pyramid is. So that's going to be 4 rad 3. So I got to figure out what my big B is. Well, looking at big B here, I know that I have a hexagon. So I'm going to take this hexagon out. So he looks like this. And they're telling me that a side length is 4, so it's going to be 4 all the way around, since it's all exactly the same. And here, you have to figure out your central angle. Well, I know all around it's going to be 360, which means all of them are going to be 60. Central angle all the way around. Well, this guy is also 60, but if I drop in altitude, he now becomes 30 and 30. And this length here now becomes 2. I have this right angle, and here is my 60. So I can use special right triangles here to figure out what my altitude is of this triangle. So going from short side to long side, I get 2 rad 3 as my altitude. Now if I just take this triangle out, I can see him a little bit easier, which means I still have a side length of 4, and I have an altitude of what I just found to be 2 rad 3. So if I want the area of this, it's going to be 1/2 my base of 4 times my height of 2 rad 3. Half of 4 is 2, and 2 times 2 rad 3 is 4 rad 3. So this is just the area of one triangle. I'm going to take this guy and times him by 6 because I have 6 triangles inside my hexagon. And that's what my big B is equal to. So 6 times 4 rad 3 is 24 rad 3. And that is what's going to be my big B here, 24 rad 3. I'm going to take 1/3 of 24, which is 8. So I'm going to get, when I multiply here, I'm going to get 8 rad 3 times 4 rad 3. 8 rad 3 times 4 rad 3. 8 times 4 is 32. And rad 3 times rad 3 is just 3. So 32 times 3 is 96. Number 5. 1/3 big BH. Got to figure out what my big B is here, and my H is just how tall my pyramid is, and that's going to be 9. So this is actually a triangular pyramid because my base here is a triangle. This guy right here is my base. So if you notice, it looks like this. And they're giving me the side lengths of 5. This back guy here has a length of 12, and this front guy here is 13. Well, I have side lengths of 5, 12, and 13. And that should sound familiar to you because that is a triple. 5, 12, 13, I know I have a right triangle. So I'm going to find the area of this guy. The area of this guy is going to be 1/2 base times height. So I'm just going to multiply 5 times 12. I'm going to get 5 times 12. Half of 12 is 6. 6 times 5 gives me 30. So 30 is going to be my big B. I'm going to take 1/3 of 30, which is 10, and 10 times 9 gives me 90. And number 17. I want to calculate the volume of a square pyramid with the base edge. So I have a base edge of 12 and a slant height of 10. Now I think a lot of you guys are making a mistake of giving this 10 your lateral edge, and it's not a lateral edge, it's a slant height. So if I were to draw out a quick sketch of my pyramid, like this, and then I can go from the center going straight up and making a blade right triangle inside here. So I know that triangle inside looks like this, where this backside is going to be my height, going from here to here, that's my height. And then down the center of one of the faces, that is your slant height. And this guy here is half of your base edge. Now ordinarily we would draw our second triangle as well just to help us out, where we get our slant height, we would get our lateral edge, and then half your base edge. they're telling us that we have a slant height of 10 and a base edge of 12, which means half of that is going to be 6 because it's 12 here, 12 all the way around, so it's going to be 6. So really, we don't even need this. And I have a feeling some of you guys are using this slant height and putting it here. But we don't even need the second triangle at all. We can just use this triangle because I have 2 sides. I just need to figure out the height. Now, if I have a right triangle with a hypotenuse of 10, leg of 6, triple tells me that my height is going to be 8. So I have a 6, 8, 10 right triangle. And that's all I need. So I'm going to take the volume equal to 1/3 big BH. So I have 1/3. My big B is going to be the area of my base, so 12 times 12, which is 144. And my height I just found to be 8. So I'm going to take 144 times 8 divided by 3, and that should give me 384.